What's up, future millionaires? Billy Willson here, and in this video, I want to talk about living minimalist to maximize profits and how to simplify your life to get more happiness out of it and more profits with your business overall. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and even though it might seem like this stuff really isn't that important, to be honest with you guys, I'm sharing with you in this video the things that have helped me the most over the last 2 years with my happiness and productivity with my business and just overall, living a great life. So this is probably one of the most valuable videos you guys are gonna watch on this channel, even though by the title it may not seem like it, because most people wanna learn about all the technical stuff and the new stuff that's coming out, but this is the stuff that's never going to change, that will honestly change your life forever if you implement these things. So the first half of the video, I'm gonna cover the basic stuff that pretty much anyone can do right now, and you can already start seeing the benefits from this video. So you can literally implement this same day right after you watch this video and see the benefits of what I'm talking about. And then the second part is going to be a little bit more advanced for those people that already have like a business set up that you guys can take advantage of, or if you're just getting started, you can know these things to take advantage of down the line once you start to get your business growing a little bit. So I actually made a list here, so I'm going to kind of go down the list and talk about the most important things, but this is going to be starting off the basic stuff you can do right now to pretty much minimalize your life, simplify your life for more happiness and business profits. So the first one here, and a lot of people are going to be struggling with this one already, I know, but the easiest one that will be the most effective over all of these ones is deleting all of the social media apps on your phone. If I was to pull up my phone right now, well, I'm actually recording with my phone, but if I was to show you guys my phone right now, there is 0 social media apps on it, and that might surprise you because I'm a social media marketer. So it's kind of ironic in the fact that a social media marketer doesn't even use social media for himself, but that's just the way it is, and what I recommend you guys try out as well, at least for a day, at least for a week. It'll definitely make a huge difference. I don't have anything, I don't have YouTube, no Instagram, no Facebook, and if you're wondering like what do I do if I need to use them, like for example if I need to make an Instagram post, I will just re-download Instagram, make my post, delete it. And before that, I didn't even use, I would only use these apps for posting and using them for the good of your life. Don't be using them to scroll down because you kind of get stuck in this habit of just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And for me personally, my biggest bad habit is with YouTube. Sometimes I'll even re-download YouTube just to watch some videos, and then I'll get stuck down the rabbit hole of watching these random videos of tigers fighting with walruses and stuff like that. So that is the easiest way to minimize your life and the most effective way that's going to start you guys off. Now the second way is, and this kind of goes with the first one, but get rid of all distractions. Every possible distraction you can get rid of it. And the reason this helps is because you kind of have two minds. You have your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Conscious mind is you are actively doing the things. Subconscious is when you do things automatically. For example, if you've ever been driving in your car and then you realize like, how was I even doing this? You weren't even like paying attention to driving. That's your subconscious mind working for you. And so, these things will harm your subconscious mind. Distractions will harm your subconscious mind. Even if you're not thinking about it right now, in the back of your mind, these things are always going to be distracting you and taking up your mental space. So one thing that's probably the easiest to do, once again, is keep your phone outside your office when you're working. You can see how my office is really simple here. Just have the computer screens. This plant, like my office is bare bone basics, as well as my whole house, to be honest with you guys. Keep your home office clean and don't have any junk. Like everything you have in your home and in your life should have a purpose. If it doesn't have a purpose, just get rid of it. Even if you're wondering, it either has to be like a hell yes, I need this, or it's a no. Anything that's not a hell yes, I need this, get rid of it. If you think you're like wondering whether I should keep it or not, get rid of it. Trust me guys, that will help you a lot. And so if you actually look at the home tour, so on my channel I have a home tour you can check out after this video. Maybe I'll put a link at the end or something like that. But I have a home tour, which my home is actually pretty minimalist, so you guys can check that out at the end of the video as well. But it really just allows your mind not to be distracted, because if you're working and your house is all dirty in one room, in your subconscious mind you might be thinking about that all day, or you might, it's just distracting, and it's always in the back of your mind. You feel like it's always bringing you down. And sometimes, a lot of times, this actually happened with my wife. You might not even realize that this stuff is bringing you down until you actually go in and clean it up. And then you'll notice the difference after you clean it up. So you may not even notice the difference right now, but once you go ahead and do it, just try out cleaning like one room of your house. That's what you can do after this video. Maybe I'll put a list of things even you can implement for this video. So first thing, get rid of all the social media apps on your phone, or as many apps as possible, really. And then I actually only have one page of apps on my phone. on my iPhone. And 2, clean out one room of your house completely, get rid of everything. I mean, this will be a process, but it will hugely benefit your life, to be honest with you guys. Also, clean out your email inbox and folders, all of that stuff on your computer. Now, you don't have to do that. I do it consistently. I like unsubscribe from all of the email lists. I'm not subscribed to any email list anymore. It's like an amazing feeling because it just, like, think about all the time that adds up. You going in and deleting all these emails or having all these email inboxes that you got to look at and you're not sure which ones you saw and which ones you didn't. Unsubscribe from every email. It's going to be a process, but just simplify everything possible and it'll make a huge difference. And a lot of this stuff you can do in a very short period of time within the next week, and you can already see the benefits from them. So the next part is reducing the number of decisions you have to make per day, because every decision you make will tire out your brain and you'll have less time to think and focus on your business, focus on your happiness, whatever your goal is. And one easy way to do this that I pretty much do is wearing the same thing every day. So for me, all I wear every day is shorts and a comfortable t-shirt. And most of the time I wear black shorts. And so basically I just have a stack of shorts, pick a stack of shorts, don't even think about it, pick a shirt, and that's pretty much it. I wear the same exact thing every single day. It makes a huge difference. And if you're, another tip with this is, kind of goes back to the distractions one. If you don't know like what clothes, like this is another thing that can help you too, getting rid of as many clothes as possible. So if you don't know like what clothes you wear and what clothes you don't, first off, you can turn everything backwards. Like if you're in drawers, flip your stuff upside down, or if you got your stuff hanging on hangers, turn the hanger backwards, turn your shoes backwards, and then do that. And for about a month or two, after a month or two, throw away everything that you didn't wear in the last month or two, and it'll make a huge difference. You'll probably clean out like 80% of your wardrobe just by doing that alone. And so another thing that can help you reduce the number of decisions you make per day is making a plan the day before. So every day I make on the Trello board a list of things that I'm going to do tomorrow. So as soon as I get up, I already know what I'm going to do. I knew that I was going to record a YouTube video this morning, so everything's already done for me. All I have to do is go ahead and do it. And so the next part, this actually takes a lot of time for a lot of people. Know what you're going to eat for the day. Like, have some prepared meals, do some meal prep for a whole week. Right now I have a chef that cooks me meals. Before the chef, I had this meal prep service, which is actually probably better for most people because you get this meal delivery service. The meals get delivered to your door. You eat the meal. You don't even have to do any dishes or anything. It's really helpful and it's really beneficial. If you don't have money for that, what I did before that is I just meal prepped all my meals. I would just make like a bunch of chicken and rice every Saturday, and honestly I don't care too much. I was eating mostly for just to eat, but if you're not picky, you can meal prep everything like one day a week, and then you can do it for super cheap too. It's honestly cheaper than anything else, and then you don't even have to think about, oh, where am I going to eat today? Am I going to go out and I'm going to spend all this money? Well, this way you can save the money, you can save the time, and it will help you a lot. Think about how much time you spend eating every single day. You probably spend at least 1 or 2 hours eating every single day, or like choosing where to eat and all that stuff. If you cut that in half, that's an extra hour you have every single day. So another thing, planning the night before. All right, cool. We already got all of that. So another one is meditation, and this one helped me immensely. The easiest way to do this is honestly, there's a couple ways you can do it. One, you can do classes, see if there's any like local classes, like either a yoga place that has meditation classes or just a meditation place near you. If there's none of that, you can use there's kind of another way. You can use an app, and then the easiest and simplest way overall that I'd probably recommend for most people is you can just meditate by just focusing on your breath. Just watch one YouTube video that explains how to meditate. It's really, really simple. And you just sit down for 10 minutes and do nothing for 10 minutes. That's pretty much it. But what this allows you to do is be comfortable not always having to do something with your life, and then your mind always thinking all the time, thinking like a crazy madman all the time. Because what I've noticed is the way you can really get more profit with your business, and actually this will change your life completely if you implement this. The thing that I've noticed about people is the only way you can really find your true passion is when you are bored, or come up with like an amazing business idea is when you're bored. And you can't be bored if you've got all these distractions, you've got all of this just crazy stuff going on where you're just thinking about your just like in the weeds with everything. Your best ideas typically, and if you've ever had this happen, is usually when you're not trying to come up with an idea. And I've noticed, like, for example, with my wife, for example, she was finally able to get figure out her passion when I retired her, and she pretty much did nothing for 2 weeks, because that's when you really start to figure out, and you're forced to not be bored and forced to figure out what your real passions are. So if you can actually purposely create that boredom in your life, it's actually extremely beneficial, because it'll get your mind places that it's never been before and allow your mind to make new discoveries because of the boredom, rather than being always thinking about different things. Hopefully that makes sense, but if you actually go ahead and implement the meditation and you actually make yourself bored in a way, you'll see exactly what I mean, and it'll make a lot more sense to you. Now, the last thing that everyone can do right now is think of ways you can simplify your business. You can have less clients and more quality clients. One niche. I actually met this guy this last weekend. He's making $375,000 a month from 4 clients. Now, he does a commission-based structure, and he works with pretty big companies, obviously, if he's getting that much of a commission. But, like, there's no limits to this stuff, guys. If you're running a social media marketing agency, there's literally no limits. This guy has 4 clients. He just does all the work by himself, and he's making $375,000 a month from these 4 clients. And that's not including ad spend. $375,000 a month. It's insane. So don't limit yourself, don't limit your mind. You can simplify your business and make more money by doing that. So there's lots of ways to do it. Reduce the number of your employees you have, least number of marketing platforms. So if you're using like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and Google ads, like reduce that down to your very best one until you max it out. And then once you max it out, then you can of course move to another one or another product. Reduce the number of products and services you're offering. Reduce them down to 1 if you can. It's all about the 80-20 rule, focusing on the 80% that's getting the best results, because you're probably, if you have 2 marketing platforms, for example, you're probably spending 50% of your time on one, 50% of your time on another. Well, and one's probably generating 80% of the results anyway. So get rid of the other one if you can, and focus on as least things as possible. It will really help your business grow a lot. And actually, the best way I can describe this is think about how you can make your business like In-N-Out. If you've ever been in In-N-Out in like California or wherever they are, their menu is extremely simple. Like if you compare it to a menu like McDonald's, McDonald's has a lot more menu items. McDonald's is still like it's a pretty good business overall, but they're kind of struggling a little bit right now, I believe. But In-N-Out, if you've ever been in an In-N-Out, that place is crazy packed. They get people through so fast for how many people there is. Every single one I've went to, no matter what time of day, it's always been extremely packed. There's always a line. It's insane. And their menu is extremely simple. They have like as few employees as they need, but they still have a lot of employees because there's so many people. And each employee is so simplified. They're focused on like one specific task, whether it's taking orders or crushing, like slicing the potatoes or whatever. Everyone's focused on a very specific task. Everything is super simplified and streamlined. And they're probably making an enormous amount of profit because of the fact that their menu is so simplified, and people like it more that their menu is simplified. So that's another analogy I can make in how you can simplify your business, and you can think about it that way. So now to the more advanced tips. I only have 3 of them. They're going to be pretty quick. So the first one is to replace all of the maintenance tasks in your business with contractors or employees. So what I mean by maintenance tasks is things that have to be done in order for your business to run, things that need to be done in order for your business to continue making the same amount of profit, not things that are growing your business. That's kind of the next level after this, but the first thing you have to do with your business after you've got it making some money is get rid of all the maintenance tasks, because then you can focus yourself and your own time on growing your business. And that could be like if you're running a social media marketing agency, that could be communicating with your current clients, it could be doing the ads for your current clients, it could be customer service, like lots of different things maintenance tasks could be. So get rid of all of those as quickly as you can. It's really simple a lot of times. I think I might have other videos on my channel or ideas, or in other videos I know I talked about how to hire people, so you can check those out. And that's the first thing I would recommend, because when you remove those maintenance tasks, then you make yourself bored, then you're forced to grow your business and come up with new great ideas. So as a CEO, you need to be focused your time on growing your business, not doing your business, because at that point, you are basically the business, and you want to own the business, not be the business. And so another one that's more advanced, spend less time cooking, and the way you can do this is by hiring a chef, which I actually have now. Another way you can do it is you can get a meal delivery service and do it that way. There's lots of them. Like I used this one called freshly.com, and it was really good. That was even, honestly, I'd probably recommend that over the chef unless you have specific dietary needs like me and my wife do. So that's the reason I got a chef. But what this will allow you to do is then you don't have to spend any time thinking about doing the dishes, thinking about cooking your meals. You have really healthy meals every day, so you don't have to worry about them being unhealthy. And it's just kind of simplifying your business once again, one less thing for you to think about. So then you can be more bored basically and come up with new great ideas. Another one is spend less time cleaning, and the simple way to do this is hire a cleaner. That's the one that I did first before the chef, but honestly you could probably implement both at the same time. It's not as expensive as you think. For me, for example, I only pay $65 a week for my cleaner. That's not normal, by the way, so expect to maybe pay like $100 a week. But and then for a chef, I pay probably like $200 or $300 a week. But with meal delivery service, you can, and that's for 2 people, by the way. So I pay $200, $300 a week for, well, probably like 300 actually, maybe, yeah, about 300 per week for a chef. And that's for 2 people. So, and with my meal delivery service, I probably paid like $150 or something like that for one person. So you could probably get meal delivery for $150 and then cleaner for $100 a week. And it's definitely worth it because the amount of time that you'll save like a couple hours a week at least. And on top of that, you'll not have to think about it at all, which is kind of the main benefit, because then you can focus more on your happiness and growing your business. But with that said, that is living minimalist to maximize your profits with your business and your overall life and happiness. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.